Yo, Tree City West here, back with another episode of Tree City Live. Welcome to episode number 105. Hope you guys are having a good day. Sorry about that. I lost the music window for a second. Man, what a couple crazy days for the Zen community. Hope you guys are all hanging in there. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Hopefully we got a couple new members in the chat. What's up, Morrow? Welcome to Zenian. What's up, Clay? What's up, Mindbody Crypto? Hello, Janet. Yeah, so let's get right into it. As always, we like to start off the show looking at the crypto bubbles, see what's happening around the crypto landscape. And man, after yesterday's dump, everybody seemed to catch a big wave of fear. There was a lot of red in the market yesterday, and boom, we're bouncing back big time today. So even though we're still red on the week, we are seeing some big movers. Psy token, ICP up 40%, Arbitrum up 36% on the week. Celestia that we covered in the members only videos up 33% this week. What's this? AKT. This is something new. I'm gonna write this one down on my notes. I've never heard of this one. Akash network. Sounds like a payment network of some sort. And this is just something I do personally. Anytime I see like a new crypto project, I like to write it down and then go research it later. But let's zoom into the day. We got some big movers on the day after yesterday's crash. And let's see, Osmo up 28%, Loon C up 18%. Who's buying Loon C? Honestly, what are you guys doing out there buying Luna Classic? That's pretty funny. We got Injective up 12%. I need to get some Injective. That's one of those I've never purchased, but they seem to be going up big time. They may be a big bull run winner there. Thanks, Clay. You rock. You the man. Shout out to Clay. Clay's down 19% on the day. We like the Clay with the C though, not the K. We got Solana up 5%. Bitcoin, Doge, and Matic are moving. Things are looking good today. Things are looking really good. Look at this. We got Sats down here. What is Sats doing on the top 100? That's amazing. See the BRC20. We'll be talking about those today as well. But first, let's get into the Bitcoin over on Coinbase. See how our TA is looking for Monday. It's been a couple days since I've streamed, so yeah, this was the big decision we were talking about. Let's zoom in here. So we were kind of drawing this little sideways channel, and I drew this before the dump. So when I drew this, we hit this and we're starting to cool off. So this was on Monday, and I said, watch, we're gonna flag sideways, and then we're gonna go once they approve the ETF. So obviously this wasn't the bottom, so we can get rid of this, but we are just kind of moving sideways here, and that's interesting. This was just a line I drew. This doesn't mean anything. So let's draw some fresh TA here. Let's see what we're looking at. Got the RSI, came down. That reset really did a lot for the RSI and the stochastic on the 4 hour. How'd it do on the daily? You can see the stochastics starting to turn, which is never good, but yeah, that RSI came all the way under 50. That's nice. When the RSI resets on the daily all the way down to 50 and we're still holding 42,000, that's a bullish move. I mean, there's a lot of pressure right there. So let's zoom into the hour here and let's see what we can draw. We just have the classic Bart Simpson here. Let's take a look at the fib. What's the fib? What's the fib telling us? So yeah, we blew through the... Oh wait, this is upside down. What's happening here? Why is this upside down? So yeah, there we go. I'm not sure why that was reversed, but you see, we come up here, we bounced off the golden pocket here, we fell right through it real fast on some FUD on a fake news report, and now we come right back to the golden pocket and we're hitting it right here. So it's just always amazing how the golden pocket just kind of plays out like that. So that's it's tough to even do TA right now. Everyone's so bullish on the ETF. There's a lot of panic in the market yesterday on a rumor that the ETF may not get approved, so there's this huge sell-off, but it's kind of interesting. The company that released that report is actually partnered with BlackRock in some way, so a company that BlackRock either owns or is partnered with releases this report that shocks the market, and then it comes all the way down to 40K and instantly gets eaten back up. That kind of sounds like some BlackRock type style manipulation right there. And this is where they may be accumulating the Bitcoin for their ETF. on these big scam wicks like this. And mind you, this is on Coinbase, which is the exchange that they'll be using for custody. Now, obviously, they're not using it the same markets and all that. They have their own, their own thing. But yeah, I mean, look at that wick straight down and straight back up. That's crazy. Silly kids and their emotional investing. I know. I woke up yesterday. I was pumped. I was like, "Why is Bitcoin $40,000?" And I bought a little bit. I opened a Solana long. I got 100% profit on some 100x DBXen shit. That was fun. I mean, volatility like this is how you make money in crypto. This doesn't happen in the regular stock market. And that's one of the big fears with the ETF is it's once Bitcoin hits the stock market, is that volatility going to go away? Are we going to stop seeing the 4-year cycles? So yeah, let's go take a look at the Zen ecosystem. Hop over to Dex Screener, see what's happening here on the charts. BlackRock approved. Hell yeah. Never thought we'd see the day. CrackRock accumulating for their 200. Yep, exactly. So I think, and that's interesting too. Is that what that was? Was that the dump that, not the dump, obviously, but they keep manipulating but they seem to be happening less and less. It's less of an effect. People are getting used to this, and now it's starting to get bought up every time it goes down. But holy shit, what's happening with Zen Crypto right now? Up 25% on the 24-hour chart. Let's clean this up a bit. Let's zoom into the 1 hour. What is Zen doing, man? Oh. So we cleared these local lows. We're continuing our uptrend. We came down. We were in this falling wedge. We came down, tested it perfectly over the last couple days, and now we're off to the races. I mean, this is textbook TA right here. Look at this. Like, we broke out, we retested it, and now it's moving. It's moving beautifully. That's a nice thing. So we're up to 6046. Oh man. Woo. I just had all my New Year's claims, so I ended up getting quite a bit of Zen, and I ended up with way more than I expected. I was just because I had so many different wallets, I wasn't tracking them properly. So I was expecting to have about 1 billion Zen, and I ended up having like 2.5 billion. So I basically just staked it right away. It's staked until 420. It's like 100 days from now, and it's going down. Getting 100 million Zen for staking it and just keeping it in my wallet. And then once 420 hits, all right, let's go talk about Zen. I'll talk about some my strategy and how I'm doing my stakes, because I don't think people are staking enough. A lot of people are burning, they're keeping their Zen, they're flipping it, they're trading it, but people don't talk about ways to get more Zen. And one way to do it is staking. And this staking is also perfect for early adopters. The staking percentage, this APR, goes down over time. So the earlier you get your stakes in, the more valuable they'll be in the future. And obviously there's game theory with this. Like, I did end up staking like 10 billion on Avalanche. At the time it was like $150. I claimed that on New Year's Day, and it was worth about $40. Even though I got a bunch of Avalanche, I got about 1 billion Avalanche for free, it was still half of what I paid for. But now we're actually hitting the bottom of the bear market, starting to turn up a bit. I'm trying to hold on to as much Zen as I can. So I end up coming over here. I'll stake it for 420 days. And the reason why I'm staking it until 420, I'm not just doing that to be funny. One, that's a day I can easily remember. So I know, like, oh, I have my big stake that's due on 420. But also, where are we looking here? Oh, I see. I also have this 50 VMU. So this is one of my bigger, in this wallet, one of my bigger NFTs. And that's due on 417, and that's going to be another 1.5 billion. So once I get this 1.5 billion, I'm going to claim this stake and combine it with this and put it right back in for maybe another 3 or 4 months. Eventually, what's nice is if I ever need it, I can end the stake early with no penalty and end up using it for the XEN. I can also, take it out and cash it if it's pumping up like this, or I can just be patient and wait. And I'm obviously planning on being patient and waiting. And then every 90 to 100 days, I'll take all these NFTs that I have minting, compound them into my stake, and just continue over time to build up these stakes. And look at this guy. This guy, 1.5% EAA. That's beautiful. So we got a couple Zen NFTs with EAA, and all last year I was kind of making it known I don't really have the funds to be going in like some people. I don't have any Zenturions on ETH. I didn't have a whole ETH to blow, you know, when gas was high. So I ended up doing 5-10 VMUs throughout the entire year. Now I'll always have some Zen coming in, and then I'll have more to add to the stake every time the stake ends. And that's just always been my Zen philosophy / strategy, and that's kind of where we're at. What's up, Retro Crypto? Welcome. Glad you made it, buddy. So we're just going over some Zen. I was taking a look at the Zen charts, and we're getting a big Zen pump right now, 25% on the day. That's a beautiful thing. And really, I think it's all this hype on the airdrop and XEN, and all the plans are starting to come together, and you're starting to see what's happening. Like, one thing that I don't think a lot of people are realizing, I mentioned this in the Twitter space earlier, a lot of people are really upset with Zone. Half of the supply is owned by the deployer. It's the cat, it's the Schrodinger's cat. What's gonna happen? Is the cat dead or is it cat alive? So we have a big chunk of this supply that's not doing anything. And then magically these airdrop forms come up. Like, is nobody putting this together besides me? Like, you know, what if it's not part of the XEN distribution? Maybe we're getting some of the Schrodinger cat zone that can be converted into XEN, or you can keep it in zone. And this is just my theory. I have no idea if this is true, but it just feels like the pieces are falling together like that. So kind of an interesting thought. What is going to happen with the other half of that supply? And is that going to be the community supply airdrop that gets you into XEN? That's kind of interesting, right? Kind of interesting. So then we also have some MZen, 5% on the day. That's good to see. I mean, this is just kind of ranging sideways though, still in its zone. Gotta get it up there in its zone. Haha. Oh shit! I forgot I loaded up the new sound effects.
All right, let's fucking hash.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up!
Hey, it's crazy because Cleo was right all along.
The newest sound effects. Shout out to all those guys. Shout out to Trevon, Cleo, and Rome. Staples in the Zen ecosystem. I was just hanging out in Rome's barbershop with Rome and Simple and Cloud Cox, and you know, what's up, Simple? Hey, I got yours back too.
You think too much. You think too much.
That cracks me up. I don't know why. Anyways, back to the charts. You see, just in general, the Zen ecosystem is pumping right now. So we got Phantom Zen up 2.5%. Everything's just ranging sideways, and obviously all these native coins are pumping as well. So that's why we're seeing a big price. Really, crypto in general is just starting to feel real bullish, like some ETFs about to get approved. Let's go switch over to the main watch list. See what else is happening around the ecosystem. Yeah, you can see Zone is up 12% on the day. We kind of had it in the sideways pattern. Kind of drew this, and it's really getting congested there. Really starting to get tight. Usually when you see things coil up like this, they make big movements. They make big explosions. So we'll see what happens there. You got Pulse Chain DBXen down 12%, sitting at 8 cents. I mean, that's really going about as sideways as you could be. Binance DBXen down 17%. Big oof. I mean, really though, it had such a big pump. What else would you expect? It is holding the uptrend though, so that's exciting to see. That's good to see. We'll keep flying through these here. We got Phantom DBXen up 13%. Back over a penny. That's always good, but really it's just moving sideways. We're all moving sideways. TDX down 3%. And it's moving sideways as well, just like everything else right now. Got VZen up 13.5%. That's doing its stablecoin thing. And then yeah, XNF and BXNF are also just kind of moving sideways. We're seeing some green candles on XNF though. This is really encouraging. This is the daily chart. So each one of these candles is an entire day of market trading. So we got a lot of green candles. We got one red candle. Now we're back to getting green candles again. So this is really starting to look like a nice little bottom. And this is actually a pattern well, the cup and handle. So we get this big cup here, nice rounded bottom, and now we're forming a falling wedge right at the cup. So we have this little cup and handle. These are typically super bullish. What you do is you draw the rim of the cup, and then it's from the rim of the cup to the bottom is usually the move you'd get out of this. So pardon my chicken scratch, but if this cup and handle were to play out, we would be back at $3.50 on XNF. Obviously, it doesn't always work like that on meme coins or TA in general, but that's just kind of what this candle pattern's looking like, especially if we zoom into the 3 hours here. We really start to see that bull shape. The funny thing about XNF is it has these crazy candles because the daily lobby ending. So you see these huge spikes in volume because people take profits and then get back in. What's up, Crypto Profeta? Welcome. Craig Crypto, welcome. Dank. Got some dank in the building. Hell yeah. So this is just what we're kind of looking at on the charts. Nothing too crazy. Getting a lot of pumps today, especially on, I can't believe, 25% in the last 24 hours on Zen. That's a beautiful sight to see right there. All right, so let me pull up my notes. We got a lot to talk about today. Oh no, my notes aren't going to refresh. Come back to me, notes. That's okay. We'll just go off the cuff then. Let me check one more spot here. Well, I had some show notes here I was really excited to talk about. Let me see one thing here. I like to use a program called OneNote to keep all my notes organized and have it on my phone. It kind of syncs up between my machines, and this one's not syncing right now, so I can't see. Let's see if I can connect to my computer downstairs from up here. Computer downstairs, remote desktop. Are you alive? She might be dead. All right. I feel like I'm at work right now. This is some nice waiting music, right? So yeah, I just want to welcome, we have a new Zenian in the chat. I saw he tweeted at Jack earlier, and a lot of people, you guys are so nice. Everyone's like, oh, check out Tree City West. He's got some awesome Zen content. Man, I'm one of you, I hate being put on a pedestal like that. I'm one of you guys. I'm just here to spread Zen. So when someone new comes in here, I'm really excited. And shout out to Retro Crypto. Definitely go give him a follow over on Twitter. I saw Jack tweeting about him. I'm like, oh, I know. We got to get him in here. All right, here we go. I'm struggling to pull this up right now. I apologize. All right, anyways, we'll just go off the dome. I don't remember. We'll freestyle it. But one of the things I wanted to talk about was the airdrop. And there's a lot of controversy about it right now. A lot of people think it's not first principles. It's against the entire Zen ecosystem, the ethos. What are you doing? You're farming data. You're taking my Twitter, and all that information's already public. What are they going to do with your Twitter handle, to be honest? And it's funny, some of the loudest voices against it are the ones using ENS names, using treecitywest.eth, and they're saying, I don't want to dox my wallet address. It's like everybody knows your wallet address, or they can follow the wallets back to where you purchased that. Like, it's kind of silly, and people are just, it's almost like they're looking for something to bitch about. They're just waiting for the next announcement just to find something to bitch about, and it's driving me absolutely insane. So let's go find the announcement real quick here. And obviously, I participate in the airdrop. I encourage you guys to do it too. If you're part of the Zen ecosystem, if you're speaking highly about the Zen ecosystem, if you're, in the Discord or in the Telegram chats, on Twitter, hosting Twitter Spaces, making YouTube videos, if you're making TikToks, if you're out there developing, making things for XEN, really trying to be a positive force in the community, they want to reward that, and that's what this airdrop's all about. So it's never a wrong time to become a Zenian. It only takes 1 minute. People act like they're signing their lives away, but really they just want to reward the people that speak good about Zen. The people that have been here since day one making tweets. And this is actually very, very common. So let me show you something. I participated in this project called Sui. And developed a few smart contracts on there. We kind of played around with NFTs, and I really wanted to be a part of the Sui community. I was running a node, made a few videos about this back in the day. So the Sui Token Community Access Program. The reason why I wanted to participate is because they had these different ways that the community could participate. So it's not just for the VCs and the developers. Anybody could do it. It's open to the public. So one of these, let me see if I can find it here. One of these specifically mentions, yeah, right here. So the supporters, the people in the ecosystem supporting the Sui protocol. This category is reserved for dedicated Sui Discord community who have joined what we fondly call the Sui Nami. So in order to participate they put a Google form in their Discord, and you had to fill out your wallet address and match it with your Discord name. And then you got a portion of the community airdrop that's on the pie. So, these projects have these pie charts. So let's see if we can find the Sui token supply and circulation chart. So you can see they have the Series A funding, Series B funding, the Miston Labs, the early contributors. Then this small red line at the very bottom here is the Community Access Program, where it's basically less than 1 billion of this 5 billion supply. So if you're an active member in the community and you're in Sui from day one, you get the portion of your pie is less than 20%, and it's also the most busy portion. So it gets so diluted. It's so diluted. I'd be disrespectful if I didn't accept the rewards. True that, Rolando. True that.
Shut the fuck up. It's crazy because Cleo was right all along.
I've been in Sui and Aptos since the beginning. I run a node. It's very easy, isn't it? Yeah. And if you're in the Discord, they had the community access program, and you gave them your Discord, and that's it was a form that looked exactly like this. So you come in here, you put in your Telegram, and the important thing about this is you don't have to use your main wallet. You can create a new wallet, and then you'll receive the XN in that wallet, or receive whatever airdrop in that wallet, and that'll be separate from your main wallet. You can keep your main wallet private. You don't ever have to send it to your main wallet. You can send it straight from this nothing wallet to an exchange and dump it, because that's exactly what you're showing you want to do. So, and then we have the real people that understand that this is just how crypto community engagement works. Obviously, it's decentralized. They're not going to be able to match your addresses with your Discord and your Telegram and your Twitter. And it's just, I'm fired up. Thank you so much, Crypto Profeta. Shout out to the 11 euro. I love it. Thank you so much. What this is meant to do is encourage people to get out there. So obviously these questions are qualifiers. So do you consider yourself as an influencer in the Zen ecosystem? I don't think anybody does. However, have you ever participated or hosted a Zen Twitter Spaces? Yes or no? If you've never hosted or participated in a Twitter space, go do it so you can check yes here. If you don't have a YouTube channel, go make one. Go make a 5-minute video about Zen, post it, and then post it here and get more airdrop. You know, do you admin any TG groups on Zen? Go start one. You know, start a new Zen group. It can be a price chat group, or, you know, what's the future of XEN group, a speculation group. It can be all these different things. But go do it so you qualify for this airdrop. And by doing it, you're strengthening the community. You're making YouTube videos, running Telegram groups, and participating in Twitter spaces. And then you can check these boxes, and you get access to the onboarding, the community portion of the onboarding. So like it says, whether you're an OG Zenian or a newcomer, you're welcome in the Zen ecosystem. And the last day to submit the form is January 31st. So you got a couple weeks to get in here, submit this form. Go make a burner wallet if you're concerned about the privacy. If you don't want them knowing what you're doing, go make a blank wallet, pop it in here, and participate. That's what it's all about. That's what the Zen ecosystem is all about. It's just participating. Yep, that's the other thing. That's true, Cray Crypto. Up to 100,000. So it goes till January 1st, or limited to 100,000 on a first come, first served basis.
That's for the DGNs and OGs.
And I'm wondering if the zone token, that the Schrodinger's cat, has anything to do with this. I was sitting there earlier and I'm like, wait, we have a token with 50% of the supply, and that's Schrodinger's cat. And we have an airdrop that we aren't sure where it's coming from. You know, maybe you'll get some of these zone tokens, but only those tokens will be able to be converted into X1 or something like that. Something like that. I've influenced people in real life. That's what's up. That's how to do it. Same. Oh, for sure. It sucks when you. Now this didn't happen with Zen, but you know, I've definitely gotten some friends under rug pulls before. That's totally embarrassing. But yeah, if you had some people make some Zen mints, they should be sitting pretty nice. So that was kind of my spiel about this whole onboarding thing. If you're worried about your wallet and you don't think it's first principles, then don't participate. But if you want to, and this is the other thing that kind of irks me. So, you know, the same ones that saying that this is bullshit all have ENS names or bitmap names in their Twitter profile. So like, you know, ET is one of those opponents, one of the people that we all love in the Zen ecosystem. I can see his wallet if I just go to ET bitmap. So he's obviously 444 bitmap because that's his Twitter handle. So if I wanted to know his bitmap wallet, I could just go find it. So he's going to sit here and talk about first principles and, you know, all these different things. It's just so hypocritical. It's so funny. Exactly, Crypto Profeta. They need to stop being babies and just go participate. But what I wanted to show you is the first line of the Zen light paper / white paper. Zen aims to become a community-building crypto asset that connects like-minded people together. How are you going to connect like-minded people together if you don't build the community? And when you build the community, you have to be able to gauge and engage the community. So to reward people for engaging, you have to be able to gauge them. So you have to ask them for their Twitter handle or their Telegram. You have to be able to understand who's doing what, and that's how they're going to build the community. I mean, it doesn't explicitly say it like there's a Google form in the light paper, but that's what this is. It's aiming to become a community building crypto asset. So that's what this is all about. I mean, I just don't get it. People are so ass backwards. Raise my hand. Once I got shit right in 2020, I paid everyone back, and then I got into rug pools. Yep. So just more about the form. Jack chimed in, said it's not collecting your emails. You can log out of Google to fill it out. You know, it's an anonymous thing. You can create a blank Google account and use that. You can use a fresh Ethereum address. You can log out of Google also. So there's not really any personal information other than the information that you provide. If you don't want to provide it, then don't. Over 1,000 registrations, and this was yesterday. I think it's up to 17,000 now. The last tweet I saw. Let's go check his Twitter, see what's happening. Yeah, Retro Crypto. Shout out to you, bro. You got the big retweet from the Cypherius Prime himself. If there's one thing I could criticize Jack on, is I don't want to see this shit. That's just me, though. I like that he's encouraging people. But yeah, 17,000 so far. Let's fucking go. It's awesome. Oh man, this is cool too. I'm gonna take a break real quick, and we're gonna listen to this little 3-minute clip from Jack talking about AI. This is completely off topic. We'll use this to segue to the next segment. But I'm just gonna play this real quick for you.
What is AI? So I think AI actually is not separate from humanity. AI is born from the minds that we have and from the information that actually we trained it on. So AI is an extension of the natural human consciousness from this planet, essentially. So all the humans are channeling their intellect into this sort of a silicon brain that collects everybody's knowledge and becomes smarter than any single individual. So on the question, who is at the wheel? I think all life comes from, I would say, the kind of like this universal matrix, if you will, not like maybe the matrix from the movie, but the matrix of life itself gives birth to various life forms. And I think AI is definitely one of those life forms, and we're helping it to be born, and it's helping us to become better and more effective, impactful humans as far as whatever we want to do. When it comes to intentions, all intentions have to be aligned with the, I would say, universal laws. You have to work with the universal flow. If you work against it, then I don't think anybody can really be successful working against the kind of like this universal direction. So you have to basically, I would say there's two forces in the universe. There's the synergetic forces that build, and then there's the forces of entropy.
So I just wanted to play that for you guys. That's about half the clip. Definitely go check it out. Just interesting thoughts, philosophical thoughts about AI, who's behind the wheel. Very cool stuff. So let's kind of pivot. Let's go talk about something a bit more positive. Let's talk about what's happening with DBXen right now. And man, I wish I had the tweets lined up for this. They're downstairs in my notes. But DBXen is actually going crazy right now. And I saw this earlier. Shout out to Cloudcox. This is kind of funny. Shout out to Trevon too. I have nothing wrong with any of them, but it was kind of funny. Both Cloudcox. I was also saying, hey, Mastodon's coming out on this channel. We were talking about Mastodon. We were talking about DBXen, and it's starting to look like a really nice bottom. If they're actually coming out with these utilities that buy and burn DBXen, now is the time to get in. And that was about a week ago. Meanwhile, you know, Cloudcox tweeted, "Why do I feel like aping 5 racks at DBXen?" And then Trevon said, "Because you're retarded and do the wrong things." So it's kind of like, since then, it's been up 250%, up 40% on the week, and it's just continuing to go. And I think it's a sleeping giant. We've all seen what DBXen did in the ecosystem when it launched. Now that they're going to be buying back the tokens and burning them, whew. And they're creating the Mastodon NFT marketplace. After the shit that happened with OpenSea, there's just been this huge void in the Zen ecosystem. You either have to go to Blur, you know, but what if Blur does the same thing that OpenSea did and just kind of pulls the rug on our marketplace, and we don't have a place to trade our NFTs? Raz said, hold my beer. I'm gonna go build one real quick, and they built the Mastodon marketplace. So that's turning out to be real nice. And where's the screenshot? They posted a screenshot earlier. Yeah, right here. So a couple weeks ago, they launched the Zenon buy and burn of DBXen onto dbxen.org. During the time, we've taken note of the feedback, and what that feedback is the interface was dog shit. Let's see if they updated it. It's kind of hard to understand. And yeah, it kind of looks weird. So this is still the old interface, it looks like. But now they're coming out with a new interface for Zenon, and this is what it looks like. So now it's very easy to understand Zenon. It looks a lot more like DBXen. Gasless claim. You can claim your ZenFTs gaslessly. So this will be very interesting if, one, the price of Zen continues to appreciate and the cost of gas continues to appreciate. So the key here for Zenon to work is that the Zen has to be profitable enough to cover the gas fees that you're using Zenon to pay for. If there's not enough Zen to pay for the gas fees, you're not going to get anything, and it's not going to work. It's just going to say this ZenFT is not worth enough, basically. However, if the gas fees continue to stay marginally high, but the price of Zen continues to appreciate, you know, this is really going to buy and burn a lot of DBXen. In the old version of Zenon, the DBXen team would actually get the fees, and they would take a cut of those fees. Some of it would go to the Ethereum gas station network, where they basically claim, you know, you're essentially giving someone your Zen to claim your ZenFT, and they take some of that Zen to claim it for you. They take whatever the gas is plus a little fee. So say it costs $100 to claim your Zen, they'll take $100 of your Zen away and a little fee. And that little fee used to go to Starfish Technologies, you know, DBXen. But now it goes back into DBXen to buy and burn it. And it's just such an awesome thing. Such an awesome thing. What's the link to Zenon? I thought it was on, I think it's built into DBXen now, right? So if you hit this, oh, maybe not. Was it Zenon.app? I think it was Zenon.app. Yeah, it's not that. Don't go there. Damn, you caught me off guard. What is the link? A couple weeks ago, we burned onto dbxen.org. So this says it's on DBXen. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Oh, it's the DBXen NFTs. Yeah, right here. Okay. So your DBXen NFTs can be gasless claim. Oh shit, I didn't even know I had one. What is this? Oops. Man, I'm glad I'm here. Apparently I have a DBXen NFT that was due 2 days ago that I completely forgot about because it's a DBXen NFT. What the fuck, guys? I got 250 million Zen here. Oops. This NFT is redeemed. Oh no, this is the one I already claimed. Why does it say claimable? This must be a little bug on the website. Man, do I have a Zen NFT I didn't claim? That's interesting. No, I guess not. My DB's NFTs. Yeah, this one's not due till March 21st. I'm confused. It says I have a claimable one. I'm not sure where it is. Have them pay you in Zen partially. You gotta be bullish on Zen to build on Zenon. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. That logo is not a button. Good call. Yeah, I'll have to. So this is this is what I like to do on the show. I'm figuring out this. So let's go find the DBXen. Where is Zenon? I thought it was on dbxen.org, but. So Mastodon Marketplace for DBXen NFTs and ZenFTs. Zenon integration on dbxen.org. So that must be just the integration for the DBXen NFTs, and then I wonder if the regular ZenFTs are still on. Was it Zenon.tools? It was a weird domain suffix. It's like the Zenon.tools, maybe? Deadbox. This looks like it used to be it. Maybe app. Hey, look at that. Okay, so it's app.zenon.tools. Let me just make sure it's the domain on the official Twitter account. Razvan Kostin finally managed to test Zenon. So that's okay. So here we go. Holy shit, Zen is pumping, isn't it though? It's such a beautiful thing. Up 6 zeros, 475, and oof. Someone just bought 4.5 billion Zen a couple minutes ago. That's exciting. All right, so this is Zenon. You can connect your wallet here and you can do gasless claims of your Zen FTs. I haven't done it yet, but now that I know, I mean, I would have done it anyways. I don't want to say now that I know it's going to buy and burn DBXen because I would have I have no problem supporting the developers. You know, shout out to Rosin team. Welcome to the bull run, boys and girls. Doesn't it feel that way? I still get scared. The timing on my charts says we're there. You know, I've been waiting for 2024 for 2 years now, and I'm still scared. There's still going to be one final washout. I'm not really scared. Don't be emotional. But yeah, it feels like it's here. I don't want to say it, but it does feel like it's here. Knowledge will set you free. So DBXen has just been doing its thing. I'm so excited to read about the Mastodon marketplace. Because right now, really, the only place you can do Zen FTs are on the on Blur, and I don't even think you can do Zen FTs on Blur. Maybe you can, but I'm not sure. So then we also have the Bitcoin ETF here. So all these firms are registering these Form 8As. So the rumor is once all of them have the 8As registered, then the SEC will finally approve it. So we have 6 hours ago, ARK Invest, their ARK 21 shares ETF filed the Form A, Fidelity filed the Form A, Van Eck filed the Form A, Grayscale filed the Form A. So once this Form A, 8A, so I have a feeling once all these get checked off here, it may be time. It may be time for the ETF. And that could mean one of two things. Is it going to completely explode and pull back? Is it going to pull back and explode? Is nobody going to care? Is it already priced in? Are we done? Are we going? We'll see what happens. If you are interested in learning about the Bitcoin ETF, I definitely recommend Fred Krueger from Libra Wallet. He's an awesome researcher, and he's been doing these little short podcasts, basically covering the inside part, the part that I'm not familiar with.
400.
So this was 2 hours ago. Let's watch this for a minute.
There are rumors in the market that this is a done deal. This is just rumors. Anthony Scaramucci saying it's a done deal, but the two people who really would know are Eric Balchunas and James Seifert from Bloomberg, and they're saying it is as close as it has ever been. We're awaiting final comments now from the SEC, but it is not officially a done deal. But I fundamentally believe this thing will be approved on Monday. So I think we have exactly one more trading day in which to buy publicly listed vehicles to speculate on this. That being MSTR, if you want to play it that way, BITO, which is the futures ETF, Grayscale.
See, now that's a different strategy. I didn't even consider that. You know, a lot of these institutions can't formally buy Bitcoin. So when he says MSTR, he's talking about micro strategies. He's talking about Michael Saylor's firm. So he's saying right now you still have time to buy things like MicroStrategies and the Bitcoin ETF futures and the Coinbase stock, because once that ETF gets approved, they'll be custodying the Bitcoin. They have that on their balance sheet, and then the Bitcoin price goes apeshit. So do the valuations of these companies. So do the price of their stocks. I don't deal with stocks, but that is kind of an interesting thing to do. Interesting perspective. And that's why I like watching this guy. Every time I listen, I'm like, man, I didn't think about it like that. But shout out to Fred from Libra Wallet, building the BRC DEX. Very cool dude. Proxy buying BTC via companies. Exactly. Yep. You like bats? The BRC20 bats? Let's go check out Unisat. So Unisat has a whole thing going on right now. I was really excited to see this the other day. Or earlier today, I should say. Where you at, Unisat? I tweet too much, man. There's too much going on. Every couple minutes, it's like boom, boom, boom. Here we go, this one. So Leonidas, big proponent of the Bitcoin ordinals. He said, petition for Unisat to open source their BRC20 indexer. And I'm like, hell yeah. I'd love to play with that. I'd love to see the code, set up my own BRC20 indexer and play around with it. So they said, we appreciate the efforts, but petitioning is not required. We communicated our plans to open source the indexing system a few weeks ago. There were delays due to unique situations. Unisat's committed to honoring its word. So that's exciting. In May 2003, they open sourced the validation part of the indexer to enable developers to create new indexing solutions that align with Unisat's implementation. So now they're continuing to open source their code. And when code get open source, that means builders come and build on that code. And it really starts to take off. It starts to become a community building rather than a private company like Unisat building. So I would love to build just to play. I was kind of playing around with the AVAX indexer. I was kind of playing around with running a Bitcoin core node and seeing if I can pull the transaction data myself and just trying these different things. So there's also this Orange Jubilee upgrade I haven't really looked into. It has something to do with how they're indexing BRC, so it shouldn't change your balances or anything, but it's kind of a leaner technology, I guess. That's what it sounds like to me, but I'll have to do some digging in there. But yeah, right now with this Bitcoin ETF, the BRC20 market's going absolutely insane, and this is something I'm trying to get more and more into every day. So I do have a YouTube sorry, can't type and talk at the same time. I have a video about how to set up a Unisat wallet, how to fund it with Bitcoin. If you're interested in getting into the Bitcoin BRC20 land, we definitely have the Zen ecosystem over there. So back in May, we launched the VMPX token. Shout out to Jack. I think the story is he launched it from a plane. And what's really interesting right now about VMPX is a couple weeks ago, there were a lot of people fudding and complaining. Why doesn't the price of VMPX on Ethereum match the price of VMPX on Bitcoin? Well, if we take a look today, right now the price of VMPX on Ethereum is 5 cents. This is a bad example. 8 cents on Unisat. But let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. So the ordinal VMPX is sitting right at 5 cents. Do a little side by side. Why does that look like that? Get out. There we go. All right. So we got the VMPX wrapped ETH sitting at 5.05 cents, and then we got VMPX ordinals sitting at 5 cents. And we're starting to see that parity, and it's just like things in the Zen ecosystem are just falling together. A couple weeks ago, this did not match. This was down here at like 2 cents. And when it was hitting this low right here, it's like, why is the VMPX on Bitcoin worth so much more than the VMPX on ETH? and then it just started moving as soon as everybody realized that. I don't know if maybe there was some arbitrage happening in the BRC dexes, or you know, if that's even a thing yet. Can you turn your ETH VMPX into BRC VMPX? I'm not sure, but just the fact that these are in parity now, it's adding to that heat. It's adding to that magic of the Zen ecosystem. This is falling into place. The airdrop's falling into place. We're getting, you know, the Zenium mining with the difficulty. The decentralized difficulty is live. We're testing the nodes. We're testing the fastnet. Everybody's minting and farming this airdrop. If we go look at the fastnet, one of the ways to get to the fastnet and one of the ways to participate to earn the airdrop is to do things on the testnet and the fastnet. So this is my website. I built this little decentralized smart contract, attached it to this front end, and you can mint Zen maps on the fastnet. And by doing this, you're spending gas and qualifying for the airdrop for X1. So this is pretty awesome, pretty fun to see. So let's just go ahead and switch over to the fastnet. So to get XN on the fastnet, all you have to do is you need to burn Zen, you need to create Zen NFTs, and you just need to participate. When that happens, you'll get an airdrop of testnet XN on the fastnet, and then you can test X1 before it goes live. So this is on the X1 fastnet, which is built on the Phantom DAG technology. And yeah, this is just a stupid little. So let's mint one. Who wants a? Where'd that one guy go? What was his name? The new guy. Let's make a Zen map for him. Retro crypto. Yo, new subscribers. What's up? Very cool. All right, so we're gonna mint this little Zen map. Oh, this might be too long. It's gotta be. Let's just go retro.zen map. So first, gotta connect the wallet. Oh, what is this? Connecting the wrong wallet here. All right, well, this is taking too much time. I don't want to waste your time. But what I was going to say, if you come here, go to the bottom, you can actually click on the Zen Maps contract, and it takes you to the Fastnet Explorer. And one of the things I noticed about the Fastnet Explorer is, look at this activity. It's just going absolutely parabolic. For the longest time, we were doing between like 2,000 to 5,000 transactions per day. Once they announced that airdrop, it quickly shot up to 40,000 a day. And we're doing between like 15 and 40,000 transactions a day. And this is kind of coiling up, looking like it's going to explode. And you just see these blocks coming in so fast. So fast. So. The hive mind's humming along. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You've been nibbling that MicroStrategy and BTC miner stocks? Yeah, that's another one, are the BTC miners. You know, that's you can buy their a lot of those companies go public, and you can buy their stocks. And what's interesting is they hold Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin hits the bull market, the price of Bitcoin appreciates. So does the value of the stocks. You know, the equity of the company goes crazy. So stock price goes up, holders are happy, but then Bitcoin crashes, and you know, then you hear all the thoughts. There's all those rumors. What's Michael Saylor's liquidation price? Isn't he gonna get liquidated at 19,000? Isn't he gonna get liquidated at 15,000? No, his liquidation price is 9,000. Well, now MicroStrategy, Microsoft strategy, yeah. Well, now their profits are like ridiculous. He has over $1 billion in profits. Yeah, this is old stuff. Yeah, he's selling his own. He's selling MicroStrategy stock to buy Bitcoin. That's how much this guy believes in Bitcoin. He's buying more Bitcoin by dumping his own stock. But in turn, when the Bitcoin price goes up, so will his stock price. So it's like he's literally just accumulating more Bitcoin that will make up for the sell, his sell. It's kind of funny. So there's a lot of things happening. A lot of things happening. Yep. Yeah, that's for sure, Dank. It's a good strategy. Yeah, the Tesla thing was crazy back in the day. When it was like, oh, Tesla's accepting Bitcoin. You can buy Teslas, with your Bitcoin. And then it was, you could buy Teslas with your Doge. And then all of a sudden, Elon says that Bitcoin isn't environmentally friendly. So they're not going to accept Bitcoin, but they're not going to sell any of their Bitcoin. They're just going to hold their Bitcoin, but you're not going to buy Teslas with it anymore. And it's just such a price manipulation. It's crazy. Crazy times. That old boy said absolutely nothing new and informative. Oh shit. Well, yeah, thanks for coming, Shaka. Hope you have a good night. But yeah, there's just a lot of buzz happening, a lot of stuff happening around the ecosystem. Every time I come back to my Twitter, I got like 15 notifications. It's a fun time to be a Zenian. So just to wrap up, let's go talk about Vast. So I've been seeing a lot of people ask questions about mining and miners and what's the best miner and what's the best value. So if there's a couple of different ways to look at it. If you want a safe machine and you don't get an unverified machine if you're not going to watch it. If you want something that runs smoothly, pay a little extra to get something in a data center. But if you want the cheapest of the cheap, you come down here and you check the unverified machines. And this will show you a whole new tier of video gamers running rigs in their basement, So the thing about this is your data's not private and they could lose power at any time. They could power off the miner. They can decide they don't want to provide the service anymore at any point. And that happens, you'll be mining away for weeks and then all of a sudden they turn off their miner, turn off their machine, and you're just left high and dry. But that is the best way to get the prices. So if you come down here, select unverified machines. One thing I found is that more video cards of a lower model seem to get... Now, it's not always true, though. It's not always true because it really just depends on the deal. But if I come down here, I'll bump the GPU count up to let's say 5. So now by using this slider, the GPU resources count slider, I'll set the lower end to 5. Now I'm only seeing rigs that have 5. If I use the one on the top, then I'm only going to see exactly 2 or exactly 4. I won't see 3x or 5x or 6x or 7x. I'll only see these numbers. So I definitely recommend coming down and using this slider. And then you can start to see these odd numbers. Like here's a 7x RTX 3060 for 63 cents. So that's a pretty good deal there, considering there's 63090s for $1.10. So it might be cheaper to get 7 3060s than 4 3080s or 2 3090s. As far as the price goes, it's not necessarily the hash rate per hour or the T-flops per hour or the deep learning performance per hour. It's more so how many blocks do you get per hour. So if I can get more with this 5x RTX A5000, oh, that's a bad example. Let's sort it by price. So you have this 5x RTX 3060 for 35 cents an hour. Problem with this one, it's only 8 gigs. So the difficulty's so high right now that you kind of want to find ones with more memory. So there's a 6x, 12 gigs. Like this one says 96. This one only has 16 out of 32. See, this has 10x, but it only has 32 gigs of RAM. But yeah, these 6x3060s. Now, if these might not work too. That's the thing with the unverified machines is you have to test them. You have to test them, and they probably won't work. And then you have to remember that you tested them. But these two look pretty good. These 6x3060s with 96 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of RAM. These look pretty solid. So you're looking at 48 cents an hour for 6 RTX 3060s. I actually got 12 A2000s for 40 cents an hour, and I haven't seen a deal better than this yet. So I'm holding on to these for dear life. I got 24 cards for less than $1. It's getting me like 16,000 hashes a second. So it's been a lot of fun. So just to wrap it up, if you are mining, you can come over to hashhead.io. Some resources for the Zenium mining community. You can always pop your address in here. You can see your rank, how many Zenium you have, how many total blocks you've mined, how many Zuni blocks and super blocks you've mined. Then you can see details about the network, what's the chain ID, the currency, the RPC URL. You can use these to add it to your wallet. Then you also have the total supply, the current mining block rate. When this is above 60, that means it's going to get more difficult. When it's less than 60, it means it's going to get less said that backwards. And yeah, it wants to be 60 blocks a minute, so it's going to get more difficult, so it slows down. You can also add a ZenBlocks network and the XBlock token and the Zuni token to your MetaMask right on hashhead.io. And then we also have the official community links, the leaderboard, the Telegram, the miner, Woody's GPU miner, and links to our buddies over at zen.pub. Shout out to Joseph. What's up, Nomad? I always seem to catch you late. My miner's been running for 4 straight days on Vest. Hell yeah. So is that your first miner? Was that your first time starting? That's awesome. Yeah, you can see the difficulties continuing to creep up here. We're all the way all-time high. Looks like it was here at about 118,000. And today we're sitting at about 105,000. Let's see if we see any reflection. Yeah, mining accounts, and a lot of this also has to do with difficulty. So if you're mining with the CPU, you may not find a block every day. So your account isn't considered a unique account if you didn't mine a block that day. Yeah, we got some of these accounts just going absolutely ham, 200,000 blocks. Very cool stuff. I also built my own little Explorer, but the last few times I went to check it, it's been way too slow. I really need to go through and re-index the database. Yes, sir. First time waiting on that super block. Hell yeah. I hope you get it, man. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome. So let's see if this will work here. I really need to go reboot the server. Maybe run a couple database indexes or something. Yeah, this used to work. It's just so slow now that I'm wondering if the database is either getting too big or it's just struggling to continue. Might have to shut this one down. But this one still works. So if you come over here, you pop your address in here, you can still see it. You can also just add it to MetaMask, and then you can see these Zen blocks right in your wallet. It shows up as a network. I named it Zen blocks, but you can call it whatever you want. So you can see my Zenium here. You add the tokens, you can see the super blocks and stuff. So I got coming up on 10,000 Zunis. I got my 23 super blocks, and I got 138,000 XNM. So I was mining that first week. I was in the top 10 at some point. I just don't have the resources. You know, some of you guys are paying. I think it's awesome. I wish I could devote that type of resources, but I just don't have it. So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming to check me out. Definitely hope you have a good Friday tomorrow. We're going to wrap it up a little early, but I do have a jam-packed weekend packed, a bunch of content coming. Kind of took it easy this week. I had to get back into the swing of working, so I'm going back to the office. I took a couple weeks off for the holiday, and it's just absolutely killing me. My sleep schedule was completely flipped around. I was staying up all night. I was sleeping all day. So it's been tough, but I think we're back on track now, so we'll be streaming every day. I really need to focus on making the Zen node. I want to make another mining video. And I really just want to make a Zen update video because there's so much happening within the ecosystem right now. When will we be able to trade the Zen blocks? Any idea? It's coming. It's coming very fast. Definitely recommend coming to check out the Telegram. Let's go take a look. If someone was able to convert a PlayStation for mining, would be hilarious. I think you can too. That's the cool part. So let's see. So what's happening over here in the Zen Blocks Telegram? Gotta hear gifts. Move to a country that doesn't tax you. Oh, I know. Man, taxes are killing me. I'm starting to look through my taxes. Shout out to the 4 fire emojis. You can just search for transfer in here. Crypto Bro said, we are far from transfer FUD. We are airdrop FUD right now. True that.
And it's crazy because Cleo was right all along.
Shut the fuck up, Cleo.
See, everybody wants to know the transfers, but yeah, exactly. When you ask about the transfers, this is the face you get. Shout out to Augmented. Cool people. All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna wrap it up. What's your guess on the XEN value price? It's tough to say. I don't know. I was kind of making a prediction about the mining. I don't really want to FUD it though. I was just joking around. But earlier I was saying, right now with there's not very many crypto projects that are profitable to mine with GPU cloud miners. Usually the cloud miners are too expensive to be profitable. And I have a feeling that once Zenium has a price, it may be the same way. And that's going to cause the difficulty to drop, may cause some price fluctuations, might cause some security issues. But as long as the miners stay strong and secure the network and continue doing what they're doing, as long as it stays profitable to mine. If it's not profitable to mine, people aren't going to mine. So it's definitely we'll have to take it a day by day. I think it's going to be extremely volatile in the beginning, just like Bitcoin was, just like any crypto is. We'll see the big pump and the big dump, and then it'll do some price discovery, and then we'll see where we're at. But that's that. Both the Tad Ape and Jonathan, you guys are asking the $1 million questions now. When transfer, when price, and they both go hand in hand. So when we have transfers, people will pay a price for it. I don't know, 5 cents, 10 cents, that would be cool. What's interesting is like super blocks. Did this ever load up? So yeah, this is slowly loading up. But so we're at 12,000 super blocks right now. So let's do some moon math before I sign off. So say we have a market cap of $1 million. And we have 20,000 super blocks. That means each super block would be $50 at a $1 million market cap. So say we have a $25 million market cap. And we have 25,000 super blocks. Then we're going to have a $1,000 super block. So you have to think about the market cap and the total cost. So if you're saying 5 cents, and right now we have 9975871 times 10 total supply, that's a $5 million market cap. And that seems very realistic to me. So you're looking, so 5 to 10 cent XNM at today's supply would be interesting. It seems possible. But, there's anything could happen. I hate prices. I hate putting prices on stuff. But that's just some moon math for you. And on that note, I'm signing off. I hope you guys have a good Friday. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be chilling in the Twitter Spaces and on Telegram. Feel free to hit me up at Tree City West. I appreciate you guys coming out. I hope you have a good weekend, and we will be back tomorrow. Peace.
That's for the DGens and OGs.